Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Fantastic Talks, bringing you back with another DragonBall Sparking Zero video for you guys today. I really wanted to talk about this video in particular because Sparking Zero has been out for months now, and although it's been a sublime game to play, with how unique its story mode is, kind of all the really epic fights you get to do, and all the custom battles you can make and play, although that's all well and good, one thing that's been mostly lacking in the game is the costume and customization. That's the one thing that's been lacking the most. In terms of like costumes you could choose for almost every character. There's barely any accessories to choose from for your character to have. There's only like one or two, mainly like Goku with the power pole. Choosing a different aura for every character to have, and it's only like one kind of aura like you can have to choose from, which is really weird. No plasma or anything like that. Sunglasses for Master Roshi, but it only applies to him. Scouters for certain Saiyans, but there's nothing really else for it, and it just makes all those empty slots seem redundant to be there. So this is one of the many complaints that fans have had with Sparking Zero, is that there's not enough customization involved, not enough costumes involved for every character where there should have been, when there's been loads of costumes and variations you can pick in Xenoverse and even in the old Tenkaichi games. It just seems a bit weird with like how detailed the customization menu looks. It just feels like there should be more to it, which I'm hoping is the case. Not even the latest DLC has really brought any new costumes. That I know they brought a costume for Piccolo, but it was the Red Ribbon Army outfit. But I'll be honest, I barely wear it because I just think it's a dumb costume for Piccolo to have. It's funny, but I don't know. I don't see myself wearing it really. But that's it. And I don't know what the Diamond DLC is gonna bring into the table. But if they were to bring in more costumes for some of the characters at some point down the line, I've put together a wish list of costumes I would like to see. Not every character, because not every character had a costume in the series, like a different costume. But the obvious characters that should have costumes, I really hope makes it into the game later down the line. And I've put together a little PowerPoint presentation sort of thing together, because it was just easy to put all the pictures together in one little like page for each character. And beginning with Goku's had a lot of costumes throughout like most of the arcs in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and such. And these, in my honest opinion, I'm not expecting. I should probably say I'm not expecting every costume I've put here to be in the game. I would like a majority for each character. Or at least like one or two different ones, because the thing is with like Goku's costumes and some of the other characters' costumes like Android 18 and Vegeta, all their costumes are kind of this different variant of the same sort of costume. Like Goku's gi, for example, he'll have a different symbol, or some of it would be battle damage, which is cool and all. Vegeta's the same sort of deal with like battle armor, damaged outfits. Android 18's set of costumes is mainly all the outfits she had throughout the entire Android saga, plus the tracksuit she had in Tournament Power, which is not really my favourite, to be honest. But there's still a couple of costumes that they've left out for a few characters that I think should have been in the game, considering that some of them were in the old games. But I would like to make room for some new ones. With Goku's, I think the driving school costume would be really cool to see, which is what the Hawaiian shirt is here. I think it's an Hawaiian shirt, because I know that's like I know I've seen quite a few mods of people where you get to wear these costumes in the game, including like Piccolo's driving school outfit and such. Costumes like this would be really funny to see. Seeing him transform as a Super Saiyan in this shirt would be kind of funny as well. And I would also like the jacket at the far end here that he adds in the Android saga after they came out of the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Because I think this costume, we haven't had this costume since Budokai 1 or something similar, and I would love to see this costume come back because I really like the bomber jacket that Goku wears. I don't know about the tracksuit and the farmer's outfit. Would be a nice little addition, I guess. And I don't expect like the Dragon Ball Heroes Capsule Corp outfit to be in the game in the slightest, but it is a really cool costume to have, and I like the black instead of the blue. For new outfits for Goku we haven't seen in the game yet, I would like to see these make the cut, hopefully down the line. If not, then the obvious ones would be End of Z Goku. I did think it was weird that End of Z Goku's outfit was cut from the game completely, because it was in the old Tenkaichi games, it was in the old Budokai games. So it'd be nice to see this one come back. It is a pretty cool costume. It would be cool to have him not just as End of Z Goku, but hopefully Super Goku would wear this, just to see him how he would look in blue, like in Super Saiyan God. Would be really cool. I doubt it, but either way, I want the costume for Goku and whatever variant they pick for that, End of Z or Super, I don't know. Same with the blue jacket from Broly. This is one costume I'm very surprised they didn't put in, as it's a very new costume. And they were advertising the Broly movie throughout the marketing of Sparking Zero like a lot. I thought this would have made a really cool addition to the costume roster, and I know I've seen some mods of people doing these already as well, and I think this would be really cool to see. It'd be really fun, considering if they ever bring in Glacier as a stage at some point down the line. I would like to wear this in that stage. I think it'd be really cool. So those are my picks for like adult Goku pretty much, and I really hope that these will make the cut at some point. Not all of them obviously, but I would mostly like End of Z Goku, Blue Jacket Goku, and Bomber Jacket and Driver's School Goku, maybe. They're the ones I would like to see the most. Moving on to GT Goku. GT Goku was also a weird one because, now although we didn't get like a battle damage costume to pick from in Tenkaichi 3, well, I know that was a costume we could pick in Infinite World and stuff like that, and even in Xenoverse, I believe. So it was weird that they didn't have battle damaged Goku for GT Goku in Sparking Zero. But and I know there's like two different, it doesn't really matter which variant they go for, but another costume for Goku to have, because he didn't really have a lot of costumes in GT, obviously. So to see a battle damaged version of him would make sense to see. So I did find it weird when you get attacked by a beam, his costume doesn't get destroyed at all, whereas some other characters' costumes do get destroyed when you get attacked by a Kamehameha or a big like Spirit Bomb or something like that. So hopefully one day the battle damage costume does make the cut for GT Goku. So that's all I have to say for him. Still on topic of Kid Goku. Now I know there's a variety of costumes they could easily go for here. The obvious one is like Goku's like first appearance outfit, where he was in the purple gi when he meets Bulma and stuff like that. I was very surprised Kid Goku was lacking costumes in Sparking Zero. Like, of all costumes they could have added, the purple gi, or even the red gi without the undershirt, which I thought was very weird they went for that version when that's not what Kid Goku wore. I know that was like a reference to Dragon Ball Super Broly's, I think, or Superhero, because there was like a little flashback where Goku had the undershirt in the ski, but like it really bothers me because that's not what he wore. So I really hope that gets fixed and he has no undershirt, as well as a battle damage version of the red gi as well. I think that would make sense to bring in as well, or it gets destroyed during like mid gameplay when you're getting hit by a beam and such. I think that'd be really cool. But again, if there's battle damage costumes you could pick for other characters in the game, I would like Kid Goku to have that option too. Now, they don't necessarily have to add the white t-shirt. This is when he was training with Master Roshi and Krillin, I believe. It's not really needed, but I think it was an outfit. I think it was an outfit for Tenkaichi 3. I might be wrong, or I might be thinking of a Tenkaichi 4 fan game that did it. Either way, this would be really cool to have as well, just to give a variety of costumes for Kid Goku, because these are pretty much like his main ones. And if they really wanted to be cool, I very much doubt it, but they could add Dragon Ball Super Broly's version of Kid Goku, where you see him in like the little party, he's already got the Saiyan armor on. If they really wanted to be brave, I would like to see him wear the armor for Kid Goku. I think that'd be really cool to see. I very much doubt it, but it would be a nice little a silly addition, I think, and it'd be kind of cool to wear it, obviously. So, but if they don't, I think their main picks would obviously be purple gi, normal red gi, and battle damage red gi. Those are my picks for Kid Goku, because I don't understand why he didn't have these costumes in the first place. So hopefully down the line, Kid Goku will have these costumes. Moving on, Vegeta. Now, for early Vegeta, well, Saiyan Saga Vegeta, I was surprised they didn't add the green and orange armor, his first appearance armor, the brown hair, because that's something that Tenkaichi 3 and I think even Tenkaichi 2 had. I think even Tenkaichi 1, I'm not sure. So I was surprised that they didn't bring this armor back as a little reference to back then, like a little nostalgia sort of outfit. I chose this image specifically because it also shows Nappa, because Nappa could have this version of the armor as well, maybe as a costume. Like the shoulder pads and like the waist pads, they're sort of like, they're a lot more darker than his regular armor is, because his regular armor is more yellow, this one's more brown. But mainly Vegeta's armor, I think it'd be quite silly to see, because I know that even the Grey Ape form had this armor in Tenkaichi 3, so I think it'd be really funny to bring this armor back for Saiyan Saga Vegeta. Now, with mid Vegeta, I think this mid Vegeta, or this might still be early Vegeta actually, but it might be more funny if it's mid Vegeta, because it'd be cool to see him as a Super Saiyan in this in the Badman pink shirt. This is a costume that fans really want to see for Vegeta at some point down the line. I'm surprised that Bandai have not done this yet as a little joke, and I really hope they do this at some point. Not one game has done the pink Pink Man shirt yet. I don't think. At least I don't think even Xenoverse did it. I don't know a single Dragon Ball game that has done the pink Badman shirt. So I think, unless Dragon Ball Heroes did it, but I think this costume should make the cut just as a nice little addition to his set of costumes. And I know a lot of fans would like to see this costume as well. Regarding his other like casual clothes, his End of Z jacket and such would be really cool as well, because I know this was an outfit he had in Budokai 1 as well. So it'd be nice to see this costume come back for him. End of Z Vegeta, the other version of End of Z Vegeta, where he joined the war tournament. This was something I'm surprised they didn't do in Sparking Zero as well, because I think it was it in Tenkaichi 3? I can't remember if this costume, I don't think it was. No, it definitely wasn't actually, no. But again, this would be quite cool to bring in as well. If they're going to include the End of Z costume for Goku, do it for Vegeta as well. I think this would be really cool as well. I don't know if you need the jumper he wears here at the end here, where because this is where he says goodbye to future Trunks at the end of the Android saga. This costume's not really needed, but I don't want to miss this one out, and I found this image with all the 3 casual clothes he wears together. So even if this N1 doesn't make the cut, I'm not too fussed. As long as we get mainly Badman Vegeta, pink Badman Vegeta, and either one of or both of the End of Z costumes, and Super Vegeta's winter jacket as well. Same for Goku's blue jacket. So might as well give Vegeta the green winter jacket as well. It'd be cool to see him wear this as well. It's a new costume. It'd be nice to see that get added in. So those are my picks for Vegeta. If not all, then winter, pink shirt, and one of the End of Z costumes. You don't necessarily need the Saiyan armor one, but if they didn't want to. But I think for new costumes, winter jacket, pink shirt, and one of the End of Z costumes. So yeah, that's my costume picks for Vegeta. Moving on to Kid Gohan. Kid Gohan was a very weird one too. Kid Gohan only had like the long hair without the bandana, because they usually include the version with the bandana on in almost every game Kid Gohan's been involved in. So it's weird that they left the bandana version of him out. And of course we had the Saiyan armor, we had the bowl cut Gohan hair, obviously for the Saiyans, for the Namek arc and such. But new costumes I want to bring, if they were going to add the bandana version of Gohan as well to come with him. Obviously his first appearance against Raditz, I'm surprised that didn't make the cut. I thought that'd be a new costume they'll put in for him for this game specifically. And one costume that's very underrated that I wish they'd bring in, and it includes an accessory as well they could add for him. He doesn't have to use it essentially, but it'd be nice to see Kid Gohan wear Goku's gi with the sword. His when he was training in the wild and such, when Piccolo gave him the costume. So this is a very underrated costume we've never seen make it into a game. At least I don't think we have. And I know this is a costume that fans would definitely like to see. I've seen people like sort of talk about, and he looks really good in it. I really hope they bring in this costume some point down the line. And if we somehow get to use the sword, then even better, because I did use the sword at one point in the original filler. So definitely Goku's gi with obviously Piccolo's logo on it, his demon logo on it, which is really cool. And if they really wanted to, they don't have to. But I didn't want to leave this one out. Kid Gohan in the Super Android 13 movie, they don't necessarily have to add this, but it'd be something a bit more fresh as well, especially for like more casual clothing, because it can still work for Kid Gohan, because technically he's almost Teen Gohan here, but because of the hair, it would be more fitting for Kid Gohan. So I wouldn't mind this costume making it into the cut, but even if it doesn't, the main 3 here would make more sense to have. I would definitely 100% like Goku's gi in this, because he looks so good wearing that. So even if they don't add the yellow and green outfit, bring in the bandana fit for him and Goku's gi outfit for him as well. So those are my picks for Kid Gohan. On the topic of Gohan still, Teen Gohan's costumes. Now, one costume I am very surprised they didn't bring back, because it was in Tenkaichi 3. I don't think it was even in Xenoverse, but it should be a costume they should bring back, because I don't think it was even in Raging Blast or anything like that, or was it? I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. A very underrated costume. Don't know why they keep leaving it out, because he looks so good in it. Teen Gohan with Goku's gi. It was really cool that he got to wear this outfit because it was him sort of taking on the mantle after defeating Cell. He wears it in BoJack Unbound because he's fighting in the tournament. He wants to wear his gi that Goku's always fought in the tournament in the past in. And he looks so badass when he's Super Saiyan 2 in it as well. So I would love this costume to come back for Teen Gohan. I'm very surprised they didn't bring this costume back. It is a crime that they left it out. But for newer costumes, now I know we already have Teen Gohan with the cape, like in Piccolo's gi, which is really, really cool. I'm so glad they gave him that. But I'm very surprised they didn't give him without the cape but kept the scarf, because I know that is a costume you got to wear in. Actually, wait, did we ever Teen Gohan with the scarf on? Or what? It might have been Xenoverse. Did Xenoverse wear that? No, he didn't. I don't think he did. I keep thinking of the Tenkaichi 4 fan game because I know the Tenkaichi 4 fan game did it. So yeah, I would like this as an accessory maybe. I think that'd be quite clever. I'm surprised like the cape itself wasn't really an accessory and more as a costume. So there's no excuse for it really. So if they can have the cape, then they can have him without the cape but keep the scarf on around his neck scarf. So yeah, I really hope that this costume makes it to the game at some point, even as an accessory if they wanted to. And if they wanted to do something new for Gohan, because I'm surprised we've never gotten this costume for Gohan in the games before. His outfit he wore when in that little mini filler arc when obviously Goku was wearing that bomber jacket with him as well, and they met Cyborg Tao and such. So I think this costume would look really, really cool. Imagine Super Saiyan 2 in this costume. Actually, it would look kind of funny, but also really cool as well. So I would love to have this costume in the game. It's something new, something we haven't worn before in a game. So I'd be 100% down for all 3 of these costumes for Gohan. Moving on, still on topic of Gohan. This is mainly for like adult Gohan. He didn't really have a lot of costumes as an adult. Obviously he had the main ones like the Saiyan Man outfit, which we already have in Sparking Zero, even the Battle Damage Saiyan Man outfit, the purple gi obviously, the orange gi of Goku's. But 2 costumes I really wish they could put in, because I don't think we've even seen Gohan wear the Supreme Kai outfit ever since Super Dragon Ball Z. Because I know that was a costume you could pick in for Ultimate Gohan in Super Dragon Ball Z, and you got to wear the Supreme Kai outfit. I wish they would bring this costume back. I don't even know if Infinite World did it. I don't think they did. No, for some reason I have a vague image that Infinite World might have done it, but I don't think they did. But either way, I would like to see this costume come back because I think he looks absolutely sick in this costume as Ultimate Gohan. So hopefully, yeah, this costume makes it down the line, as well as his high school outfit, because it was his first appearance in the show after so many years has passed since the Cell games, and you see him wear the high school outfit, but you see him in action like straight away in this outfit as the Golden Fighter, and it'd be really cool to reenact some fights as the Golden Fighter because he looks really cool as a Super Saiyan in the school outfit. So these 2 costumes for adult Gohan, I think, would make the most sense for him, so I don't think he had a lot. I was so close to adding GT Gohan's outfit, but I don't think that would have made any sense, really. Because why on earth did they give us the tracksuit outfit for Ultimate Gohan? I know it makes sense for the story, they had to because of the story mode against Frieza and such, but it would have been nice to give us like another canon outfit that he did wear, the Supreme Kai outfit and the high school outfit. So yeah, I'd be so down for these costumes to come back. But yeah, I almost wanted to put GT Gohan's outfit, like the suit he wears in GT, but I decided to leave that out in the end because I just don't think it would have made sense. It'd be kind of funny, it'd be kind of clever, it'd be a nice little reference, but it's not needed. Moving on to Nail and Piccolo. Now Nail obviously doesn't have a lot of costumes, as we know, but one thing I'm always surprised they always do for Nail, they never keep his jacket on. I know he fought without the jacket. A variant of Nail for him to wear the jacket would be kind of cool. Now I know I've added 2 different versions of Nail here of this sort of the same image, only because the manga version has the yellow sort of parts to his body, and obviously the anime had the pink parts to his body, like Piccolo's. I don't think it matters what version they go for. I think Nail in the game has the pink shoulders and arms and abs anyway. But if they give him the blue jacket, I'll be very happy because it's a costume we never really see in the games. He's always just wearing the scarf and such, so it'd be nice if we got to fight him with the jacket on, because I think he looks really cool in it. It's a nice little contrast to the rest of his clothes and his green skin. It's an alternative to the Namekian's cape, so I would love this version of Nail to come into fruition as a costume to wear at some point. And of course, because I mentioned Goku's driving school outfit, you've got to have Piccolo's driving school outfit. I know I said in the beginning of the video that having the Red Ribbon Army outfit for Super Piccolo was kind of dumb, and I don't really see myself wearing it as much. But if I had to choose what to wear, I'll be so down for wearing the driving school outfit he wears, because he looks like he's got so much aura in it. And you can still see his face. I didn't like the Red Ribbon Army. I know the Red Ribbon Army outfit was meant to be him in disguise, but I prefer seeing his face, his beautiful, handsome-looking face. So yeah, these are my main picks for Nail and Piccolo for costumes, because Piccolo didn't really have a lot of costumes to begin with, so only the cape and like battle damaged outfits. So I'd say this outfit makes most sense to bring in. And the hat can even be an accessory if they wanted to, if we wanted to see him without the hat and such. So just to give us that option. But yeah, these are my picks for Nail and Piccolo. Moving on to Krillin now. Krillin was a weird one for costumes in the game. I'm very surprised they didn't add his Boo Saga costume. That was something I was very surprised they did, because in the story mode it really annoyed me that there was one cutscene where you see Krillin in the World Tournament watching Vidal's fight with Spopovich, and they used his like Android Saga outfit weirdly, or the Saiyan Saga outfit, which is wrong. I don't understand why they didn't do End of Z. No, not End of Z. Why did they not do Boo Saga costume for Krillin? That was very bizarre. They didn't do that. So this is a must for him to bring in, because he always had this costume in the old Tenkaichi games, even in the Budokai games. I don't know if he had it in Xenoverse. I think he did. I can't remember if he had it as a costume in the Xenoverse. But it's like the one costume that's been in most of the games. I don't think it was even in Raging Blast, but even still, this is something I would like to have make a return to the game. It's not the best look for Krillin, obviously, but it's like it's still. I don't hate it, you know. So, yeah, I really hope they bring back this costume, as well as for some new ones if they wanted to. His outfit that he wore in the first Broly movie, that one kind of always stuck out for me. Or maybe I was gonna add the white shirt in from the Super Android 13 movie if they want to add that along with Kid Gohan, as I mentioned. But if I really had to choose between that one and the Broly movies version, I would pick Broly movies version. He has a lot more going on. There's two different variants you could wear. Maybe the jacket could be an accessory as well, or the tie, I don't know. And I think it's not a bad outfit for Krillin. I think he would look really cool fighting in that. So yeah, I'll be so down for him to have this costume, because I know he's had like a lot of similar shirts, even in the Garlic Jr. filler saga as well. So because I think that was similar to Super Android 13's one. So I think the Broly's one makes more sense because he has a lot more going on for the outfit. And if they really wanted to, the Namek Saga Krillin, when they were on their way to Namek, I think would be kind of cool to see as well, because I quite like the colours on the jacket, the hat for him. The hat could also be an accessory as well. I only chose this one for as a new costume that we haven't seen before in the game. If they wanted to add a new costume along with like the Broly costume with it, I think this would be quite cool to wear as well. And one costume I'm very surprised they didn't do, because we have this version of the hair for Krillin in the game, but not the outfit, which I'm surprised they didn't do in the Resurrection F arc in the game for the story mode. So that's very weird. They left. Oh no, he actually didn't wear this costume though. It was the orange gi. Even still, oh I know, and he was bald. Or was he? I can't remember if he was still bald. I'm not sure. But regardless of that, I literally can't not remember for the life of me. Regardless of that, I am surprised they didn't add this costume in, because it is one of the newer costumes for Krillin. And I mean, I'm not fussed if it doesn't make it in. It's not really my favourite costume for Krillin, but it's, again, something new for Krillin to wear. So if I really had to choose, Boo Saga Krillin, Broly Krillin, and I guess, and Dragon Ball Super Krillin. Those are my main costumes for Krillin to have in the game. Moving on to Yamcha now. Yamcha was a surprising one as well. Although you had, like, his main long hair, the short hair in Android Saga, and you had his Dragon Ball outfit, his first appearance outfit, which is really, really cool. He looks so good in that. I'm very surprised they left out Boo Saga Yamcha as well. That was something that was always in the old games, in Tenkaichi 3, I think even Budokai 3 as well. I think even did Xenoverse had this costume too? I can't remember for the life of me either. So I really hope that this costume comes back for him, because I do like him in this suit. It's a really nice outfit for him. And if they really wanted to add something new as well, his Dragon Ball Super outfit as well, because he's still got the long hair. You could sort of tweak that hair a little bit to suit the outfit as well, because I know it's a little bit shorter than his regular long hair, and I think he looks really good in it. So if I had to pick, definitely his Dragon Ball Super outfit and Boo Saga outfit. If they really wanted to add that's not even the Android Saga outfit. This is when Future Trunks first appeared. So to go with Vegeta's pink Badman outfit, bring in Yamcha's casual clothes for this as well. I'm not too fussed if this doesn't make the cut. I think these first two make sense to bring in for Yamcha, but I would love to have all three regardless. Yamcha didn't really have many other outfits anyway, so I feel like these three make the most sense. Moving on to Tien now. Again, Tien didn't have a lot of costumes either. They added enough in the game, which I'm glad, because they added the white shirt from the Android Saga, which is one of my favourite outfits for him. The green outfit as well. Him being shirtless, and the Dragon Ball Super outfit. Those are his main outfits that make the most sense to make the cut. I'm glad they didn't leave out. But one that they left out, which I think is one of his best looks, was the Buu Saga outfit, which I'm very surprised they left out. It's an outfit that you got to wear in the old Budokai games. I think even in the Tenkaichi games you got to wear it as well. Whether it's the white cape or brown cape, I don't really care. I think, to be fair, do you know what? I would prefer the white cape, because I think the white cape has a better contrast. I think it just looks a lot cooler. It's the most well known. The brown cape was more of the manga when it was coloured. Regardless of what version they go for, this outfit needs to make the game, because I'm very surprised that this game cut this costume out. It is a disgrace. I think Tien looks badass in this gi. Do you know what? Thinking about it, I don't think even Budokai 3 had the cape or Tenkaichi. I think it was just the blue outfit and the white trousers and sleeves. So if they wanted to, they can leave that out, but have a cape as an accessory you could add on him. I think that would be really cool. I was going to add Tien's purple trousers from Dragon Ball, but we already have the green trousers version of him, basically the early Z version of him. But it doesn't necessarily have to have that Dragon Ball version, but I guess it would be kind of cool. But all I care about is Buu Saga Tien. I know he didn't do much in the appearance he made in that arc, but it's still a cool costume. So I really hope this costume makes the cut down the line as well. Moving on to Trunks now. Future Trunks has so many costumes you can play with that it is weird they only added his first appearance jacket and the tank top without the jacket, and that was it. And obviously you had Trunks' armor, but nothing else. One thing that really annoys me with Trunks in almost all the games, they never add any of his other costumes. Only Xenoverse, I think, were more ambitious with his costumes, because they gave us the Time Patrol outfit. We even had armored Trunks with short hair for once. I think because I think this artwork was from Shin Budokai. I don't know if Xenoverse did it, but that's it. They've not really brought these versions of Trunks back in any other games. And one costume that I know people really want to see is Trunks' long hair, but with the sleeveless jacket, because he looks so badass in it. So if they wanted to give him this outfit for armored Trunks, I think it'd be really sick. We don't necessarily have to have his outfit he wore after Future Gohan died, when he went up against the androids again, because this jacket is different from his purple jacket, and he's got the white top instead of the black top underneath. It would still be really cool. I think this would be a very clever outfit for Sword Future Trunks to have. Now, do you know what? I actually want this outfit, because that Sword Future Trunks does not have enough outfits for this game, and he never does in any other game. So I would like this. I think this outfit would be really cool to bring in for him. I'm not really fussed about Time Patrol Trunks. It's not my favourite costume of Trunks. It would be cool, but I'm not really fussed if it doesn't make it in. But for Sword Trunks in Super, if they wanted to, and I very much doubt it, I would love to see his Super Dragon Ball Heroes outfit, because it's such a cool outfit. It's nice to see him without the jacket. He's a little bit more bulky. Seeing him with the shirt and the red scarf really makes him stand out, and they gave him purple gloves. I don't think Future Trunks in Dragon Ball Super even had that. Only GT Trunks had that. So I would love this costume to make it into the game for Super's version of Trunks, but I very much doubt it. I do not see that making the cut at all, because because Bandai just won't do it. I don't know why. They never add something outside of Heroes into another Dragon Ball game outside of Japan. So it would be a shame if it doesn't make the cut, but I'll understand if it doesn't. Either way, I would love to see these other variants of Trunks make the cut. Mainly the original blue jacket, sleeveless jacket Trunks for armored Trunks, and short hair armored Trunks as well. I still think he looks sick in the armor, even in short hair. And it's the hair he had against Cell when he defeated him. I don't know why they give him the long hair. I'm pretty sure he had the short hair still against Cell when he wore this armor. So please bring this version of Trunks back for armored Trunks. Those are my outfits for Trunks for Sparking Zero. Still on the topic of Trunks, Kid Trunks, even he didn't have a lot of costumes, but he did have a decent variety. So you obviously have the green hoodie he wore in Broly's Second Coming. That one I'm surprised didn't come back, because I think even in Xenoverse he had this, but they didn't bring it back for Sparking Zero, which I thought was weird. You can have the yellow costume. I don't think we've seen the yellow hoodie for him before in any of the games yet. I don't think, because I know this was quite a recent costume for him. This was in the Goku Black arc, I believe. So they might as well add this costume as well, as it's a bit more newer. And add his training gi. I think his training gi would be kind of cool to see as well. That he wore against Vegeta in the... I think it was in the Gravity Room, I'm not sure. Also some sort of training hall. Those are my main and obvious picks for Kid Trunks, because he didn't... I think this is pretty much all he had, apart from his like green gi and another costume. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I don't know if he had another costume. But I would love to see these 3 outfits for Kid Trunks as well, because just add a bit more to Kid Trunks, because he doesn't have a lot going on. Now Goten's was a tricky one. These are kind of the main 2 you can really have for Goten, because he doesn't really have a lot going for him. But this is an outfit we've seen him wear in the past, in like, I think in Budokai and Tenkaichi, and I don't think even Tenkaichi 3 even did this costume actually. But I know Xenoverse I think did this costume, and yeah, Budokai, which is something I'm surprised they didn't bring back for Sparking Zero. But I'll be honest, it's not really my favourite costume for Goten. I don't think it looks too great. If I'm going to be honest, I'd rather have his gi again, but the sleeveless version of it, because he's got the long sleeve gi of his costume. I would like to see the sleeveless one that he had in the opening of Dragon Ball Super. Because I can't remember him wearing this. I think he did wear this in Battle of Gods, like the sleeveless version of the gi. But I don't think he wore it anywhere else, unless it was just in the opening. But either way, it's another version of the costume to have, and I think he looks quite cool without the sleeves in there. So I know it's going to look like another Kid Goku, but Goten is meant to look like Kid Goku, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, these are my main picks for Goten, because he didn't really have a lot of costumes, so these make the most sense for him to have. So that's kind of it for Goten I can say on the matter, really. Now, moving on to Vegeta and Gogeta. This is kind of a tricky one, because obviously Vegeta and Gogeta don't have other variants of their own costumes, because it's their fusion outfits. They're not meant to look any different. Apart from Vegeto's. Obviously, there's the argument that Vegeta kind of should have had a different outfit when they fused again in Super, because obviously Vegeta wore the Saiyan armor when they fused. So I was expecting long sleeves for the orange parts of his shirt in Super, which is kind of a bummer they didn't do for him. And then you could have had the blue outfit still for the main part of the gi. But if they really wanted to, just to make it different for Vegeta, these 3 costumes for Vegeta and Gogeta, they're all from Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Again, their costumes I don't see them bringing in, but these are my picks for them, because at least they are vastly different. You can tell they look different. I think Vegeto's looks the coolest here, because I think that the grey and orange just works, I think, and it's a costume I wish was Dragon Ball Super's version of Vegeta. So if I had to choose, Vegeto's costume makes the most sense here, but again, that I don't see that making a cut. Both versions of Gogeta I'd love to see, because at least with his Super Saiyan 1 Gogeta here, he's got the black trousers, he's got the grey shirt underneath his jacket, and Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 has like the black pants as well. So it'd be really cool to see, but I doubt they will make the cut at all. Hopefully Vegeto's at least, but I don't see them making the cut. But that's my wish list for Vegeta and Gogeta. Moving on to Videl now. Videl was really lacking in costumes in this game. Obviously we know she's got the normal outfit and she's got the school outfit, but that was, I think, kind of it for her costumes. And I'm surprised they didn't add her Sailor Woman outfit, or even the fight shirt outfit, because I know I've seen her wear that before in previous games, I think. Or I think there was a blue version of that shirt as well, actually. I can't remember. And like orange sleeves she had in the Boo Saga. One or the other, I don't mind makes the cut. You don't necessarily need the super versions, because obviously she doesn't really fight in those versions, because they kind of like... I don't like how they treated her in Dragon Ball Super. They kind of just dug her into the ground and she wasn't a fighter anymore. You don't need the GT versions of Videl at all. It's mainly these versions of Videl, and definitely Second Coming Videl, because I think her outfit with the dress will look really cool. It's something like vastly different to everything else she wears, so I think that'd be kind of a cool addition for her to have. That little like amulet necklace there she has, that could be a cool accessory she could wear maybe, or that you sort of add or not add on her. So I'd say if I had to pick for her outfits, her jumper from the Wrath, I think this is a jumper from Wrath of the Dragon, or it might be from Second Coming, I'm not sure. The fight outfit, the Sailorwoman outfit, if they're not going to add Sailorwoman separately, and her Second Coming dress. I think these costumes for Videl are really cool to see, in my opinion. And she doesn't get a lot of love for costumes, so it's always the two main ones, her World Tournament one and the ponytail ones. So those are my choices for Videl's costumes to have in the game, because I think she really needs more of a selection. Moving on to Master Roshi. Now, Master Roshi had a decent amount of costumes you could pick from. You had all the obvious ones, including even Jackie Chan. I'm glad Jackie Chan's outfit made it in the game. But one costume I was really hoping would make the cut, and it didn't, considering they have the jacket already in the game, and you could have had the glasses on him and get rid of the hair. This version, the costume he wore in the movie with Dr. Wheelo, it's a costume I really like that he wears, because the only time you got to see him wear this costume before Dr. Wheelo was him as Jackie Chan. I don't remember him wearing this outfit not as Jackie Chan. So it's a costume I'm very surprised that it didn't add, considering they could have easily took the costume, because they got the model for it, take the costume, add the sunglasses on him, and get rid of the hair. It would have been so easy, surely. It baffles me that this is a costume that you didn't get to wear. Of all the other costumes they've got for him in the game, they didn't add this. So I really hope that this version of him makes it into the game eventually as well. If a patch for accessories gets updated and you could fiddle around with the costumes a little bit more, I'm hoping that's the case we could do. So yeah, this is my one and only costume for Master Roshi. I really hope makes it into the game. Same jacket, but without the Jackie Chan hair, basically. You know, add the glasses on there. Done, sorted. Hopefully it comes into the game. Now, moving on to Frieza. Frieza, obviously, we know he doesn't really have a lot of looks and outfits. It's just the Saiyan armor for the first form of his. But one thing that I find really underrated is first form Frieza without the armor. You know, you got to see him without the armor for a little bit in the story, and you either got to wear. I'm pretty sure you got to play as Frieza without the armor in Budokai 1. I think that was the only game that actually did where you could play as him without the armor. And I wish they could bring that back. It baffles me that they haven't done that since. It's so easy. Just take the armor off him as an accessory. I think it'd look really cool, and his model should be so easy to do as well, considering they've got enough to work with in the game that they could sort of fiddle around with it a little bit. So I really hope that the armor becomes an accessory later down the line that they sort of patch and you could take off him as an option to choose. So, and obviously, but the thing is the version of Frieza they've chosen. I'm pretty sure the Frieza we have in the game has the more Dragon Ball Super Broly look, which is a bit weird that they did. So, if they wanted to add the different skin variants for him, I would like to have that too. But because his underbody looks very weird in Dragon Ball Super Broly, I much prefer his original look. So regardless, I would. This is why I'm hoping they give us different skins for us to choose as well, like different as a variant of costumes. Not a costume, but like as another, not as costumes, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I would like to have whatever version of Frieza they go for, to have him without the armor, because I think he looks really good without the armor. Mainly Z Frieza here, but yeah. I don't know. It depends what version they go for, but obviously because of the model they have in Sparking Zero, I think they'll be going for this version of him, which I think just looks really ugly, to be honest, if I'm being honest. So, because I don't like that they got rid of the shoulder pads, it kind of annoys me. So, I never really liked this design for Frieza in Dragon Ball Super Broly. I don't know why they redesigned them like that. Moving on now to Super Buu. Super Buu, again, obviously doesn't have a lot of costumes to go with either, but the obvious picks for him would be Piccolo's cape, because obviously he did absorb Piccolo, and you did get to see him with the cape for a little bit, but it's a costume they never seem to add for him in the games. They don't even have to do much to him, because they could easily keep his like Gotenks absorbed look, because his long like head tentacle thing. I never understood what that part of his head was, to be honest. His like head tail thing. They could keep his like Gotenks look for him, but just have him with Piccolo's cape, you know, so I don't see why they can't just do that. He could still have the same attacks as Gotenks absorbed, but because he's got special beam cannon in the later absorptions anyway,
So it'd be nice for him to at least have this as an accessory, maybe. I think that'd be quite kind of cool. Or I don't know if it would work as an accessory because he doesn't have anything underneath to wear. So yeah, I would love to see this costume come in, as well as his Vegeta outfit as well, because obviously he did absorb Vegeta for a little bit. I think you did get to see him wear the costume for a bit, slightly. I'm not sure, and it is an easy thing to do as well. They can easily use Gohan's outfit that he wears and just swap the colours. Just swap the colours. It's not that hard. He's still got his Ultimate Gohan head tail, so to have him wear Vegeto's colours would be kind of cool, and it'd be a nice little pretender that he got to absorb Vegeta, you know, to wear. So, and if they really wanted to, Gohan absorbed Super Buu without the gi. I think he looks really cool like this, and it's a very underrated look for him, and I don't see why they can't add this, because this can't be hard to do. So I think all 3 of these costumes for Buu would make the most sense to add. Now obviously I would like the what if absorptions to come back, like what if he absorbed Vegeta, we had the Vegeta gi, or if he absorbed Frieza and Cell, the looks he had when he absorbed them. That I very much doubt, but it'd be really cool to see them come back. But these 3 make the most sense to have in the game. So those are my picks for Super Buu to have as costumes, because I don't really know what else to add for Fat Majin Buu or Kid Buu or even Pure Evil Buu. That he didn't really have any costumes, so Super Buu made the most sense to sort of work with here. So those are my picks for him. Now, moving on to Hercule. Hercule, obviously, Hercule I don't really play as a lot. I think I've only played as Hercule once since the game came out, and I've not played him since. And he only has like 1 costume in the game. So I'm very surprised they didn't add his Dragon Ball Super outfit for him, because that's very new. I think quite a few fans wanted him to have this costume as well, especially with that random Super Saiyan filler episode they did for him. I think that was a version of Hercule people wanted to see as well. Maybe as a wig, as an accessory wig for him he could wear. I think that would be kind of funny, actually. You could add on him. I think it makes sense to have the costume itself with the cape and everything. I think that'd be really cool. Or a version without the cape, maybe, because I think it looks good with the blue and yellow. Actually, it kind of has a GT Goku vibe to it, actually, which is kind of cool. As well as his you don't necessarily have to have his full-on GT look to do with his whereas his hair was a lot shorter. He was a lot more. He was a lot more bold. He had his mustache sort of growing around into his sideburns and stuff. So that'd be kind of cool to have. But I was more inclined with the white cape, because he's got the brown outfit already. You could have him with the white cape. I don't think he even wears a belt in the game. So I think the belt as an accessory would be kind of cool as well, actually, including the cape as well as an accessory. So those are my obvious picks for Hercule / Mr. Satan. So yeah, they make the most sense, and yeah, it'd be cool to see them. Any character with a cape looks really cool, in my opinion. I don't know why. So moving on to Chaozu now. Chaozu was very surprising. Chaozu only has 1 costume in the game, and it's the little tank top he wears in the Saiyan saga. But of all outfits, I'm surprised they didn't do was his main green and yellow outfit, because that's a costume that has definitely been in almost every game he's been in. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not really my favourite costume to wear for him. But it's his main costume. It was a bit weird that they took that out for him. So yeah, I would like to see this costume come back at least. I don't hate the costume. It's not my favourite, but I don't hate it. Same with his Dragon Ball Super outfit. I know we didn't really see him make much of an appearance in Dragon Ball Super, but it'd be cool to have this version of his costume be included as well. Because again, it's something new. I think you have a little bit more to his hat going on. I think there's some slight there's some more lines involved there, and the black and blue kind of works for his costume, and it contrasts well with his makeup as well. So yeah, I would like to see this costume come in. It's the most newest costume for him, and that's kind of it for Chaozu, really, because he didn't really have a lot of costumes throughout any of the arcs he's been in, really. So bring in these 2 just to give him more variety to wear. Yajirobe now. Yajirobe, again, he doesn't have a lot to work with, and I don't really play him often, but I know a lot of people do like to use him as a main online. So if I had to choose with these costumes, because I know I've put his GT version here, because most of the other variants of Yajirobe in the later arcs, he just looks the same as he's always been. The only difference here is that at least GT Yajirobe has more of a thick mustache going on. but he's still got the same outfit as he's always worn. And I think that the hair is a lot more. It's not as thicker. There's a little bit more of a shape going on here, so that there's a little bit of a difference there. But if I really had to choose, I would say go for more his future Trunks outfit, because I don't remember wearing this fur jacket in Dragon Ball Super apart from when he was in the Future Trunks saga, in the Goku Black saga. But I think in the Goku Black saga he had more of a beard going on, so I think that version of a costume for Yajirobe makes the most sense to put in for him. And I do think he kind of rocks this outfit in a way, actually. I think this costume makes the most sense for him to put in. So, yeah, hopefully this costume makes a cut. I'm not fussed if Yajirobe doesn't get any costumes, but it's still something new and fresh for him. So, yeah, Yajirobe, mainly for this costume. I don't know why I put GT Yajirobe, to be honest, because I was only going for another different look for him, really, for him to choose from, but never mind. Moving on to Oob now. Now, Oob was a little bit of a difficult one as well, because obviously, again, he doesn't really have a lot of outfits either. I know I've put Kid Oob here, because Kid Oob, like, you don't necessarily have to have Kid Oob. It depends if they add Kid Oob later down the line as a DLC, I don't know. But you could easily give GT Oob the Kid Oob outfit. I think he would look cool with this gi on as an older character, so I think he would rock this as his GT counterpart. So yeah, give him the brown and white outfit, basically his first appearance outfit. I think it'd be really cool for him. Obviously, as like base GT Oob, not as March Oob, obviously. Same for Goku's gi. Now, I wanted to say that we did have Goku's gi for Oob in the past, but now that I think about it, I don't think we've actually have. I think we've had his blue outfit be orange as a different variant to pick, but that's as close as we can get for him to wearing Goku's gi. So it would be nice for him to either give him that again as a color variant and make it orange, or give him the actual full set of Goku's gi with the blue undershirt and everything. Like, I think it'd be really, really cool for him to wear this. I think he looks absolutely sick in it. Just because why not? As a little what if costume, you know? I think it'd be really sick. He's Goku's pupil, you know, his student. So let's give him his master's gi. I think it'd be really sick. His original gi. So yeah, those are my main picks for Oob, because again, Oob didn't really have a lot. So let's give him that. Those are my picks for Oob. Hopefully make it down the line. Now, moving on to Bardock. Bardock was also a weird one. Now, although I'm so glad they gave us the green armor, his original armor, that I think he looks way more badass in, because obviously he's got the bandana on him as well. And they gave us the Dragon Ball Super Broly outfit, which is also a really cool addition. But the two costumes I'm surprised they didn't add, or at least one of them, was his battle damaged costume, which I don't think even gets destroyed mid battle when you're playing as him, which is very bizarre. I don't think I've seen it at all. So I'm very surprised that this costume wasn't included for his as part of his costume sets you could pick for him. Same with Xeno Bardock. I would love to see I love Xeno Bardock's armor, like especially with how his gloves look and such. Because he bought it for you got to wear this costume in Xenoverse, obviously without the mask and stuff. So I'm surprised that they didn't bring this back. It's such a cool armor for him, especially if they ever bring back his Super Saiyan form. I'm so annoyed that they didn't include that for the game for him as like a little what if, as his what if transformation. If they ever bring that back, they got to bring this armor back for him, because I think he looks so sick in it. But even if they don't bring the Xeno version of him back as a costume, at least give us his battle damaged suit. This was the one costume surprise they didn't add for him. It's so lacklusting. So many costumes on this roster already. It should have been in the game. It's very bizarre, especially for the obvious characters alone. It would be pretty sick if the mask was an accessory for Xeno Bardock, but since I don't see them adding any hero stuff in the game, it's very unlikely that they would add that. So yeah, as long as they add the battle damage Bardock's costume, then I'll be happy, to be honest. Moving on to Captain Ginyu. Obviously, none of the Ginyu Force had any other costumes to work with. I know they gave Rikum his battle damage costume and stuff, but something that I think would be really funny to see for Ginyu would be Goku's gi, because this was, I think, like an outfit in like the promotional DVD cover or some sort for what this episode was based on, and I think it's pretty funny to see Ginyu in Goku's gi. So just to have this come back, I think we've seen him wear this in one of the games before, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, I can't remember if he's ever won the gi in the past. I don't know if it was in any of the Tenkaichis or Budokai. I don't think it ever was. So this would be a nice little new addition in Sparking Zero for Captain Ginyu to have. So give us Goku's gi. I don't care. I think it'd be really funny for him to wear the gi, still be himself, but wear Goku's gi. Because again, something I think Xenoverse did was they gave Goku Captain Ginyu's skin, I think, but he got to still fight as Captain Ginyu. No, as himself. I'm not sure. I think Xenoverse, I'm pretty sure, gave us a variant of Goku where you got to play as Ginyu as a costume, or the other way around. I'm not too sure. So I'm surprised Sparking Zero didn't do that. So hopefully they will eventually in a patch at some point. So fingers crossed. I would like to see this as a costume. I don't care. Moving on to King Cold now. This might be an awkward one to do because obviously King Cold's design in Sparking Zero is based off Dragon Ball Super Broly's version. So the skin colour is different. He's got a little bit more going on around his face because he's got the black eyeliner in Sparking Zero. I think even the colour of his glass head is different as well. So I would like to have this as a skin variant at least that you could pick from. Because I think the contrast of his colours here is a lot better, in my opinion. So I was really hoping that this was a variant we could have, because I think he just looks the best here. And I know he's not meant to have a sword, but give us the sword as an accessory, just because he looked quite cool with the sword. So they don't have to, but give us it as an accessory, just as a little like nod, like a nostalgia nod to Tenkaichi 3 at least, you know. And obviously he kind of uses it against Trunks when Trunks gave the sword to him. So yeah, just as an option. That's the best I can give King Cold here. I really hope this version of King Cold comes back as a kind of a costume or skin to choose from. Moving on to Android 17 now. Now Android 17, again, like I said, doesn't have a lot of costumes to work with. We know he's got the Ranger outfit, but that's more for Dragon Ball Super 17. But in Tenkaichi 3, when you pick normal Android 17, and you pick his like second or third outfit, I think he only had 2 in Tenkaichi 3. And even Budokai 3, I think you do get to wear his brown jacket as one of the variants. I'm surprised that this is a costume they didn't bring back, considering it was always a costume they pick as a second costume for him. Either they go with the brown jacket or the blue jacket he had towards the end of the Buu Saga when he gave energy to Goku's Spirit Bomb. I think the brown jacket would make the most sense because I think there's a bit more of a contrast going on. I think it stands out a bit more. It is more of his GT costume, but it does look better in brown instead of blue. So I really hope this costume comes back into the game one day. But I for some reason, I mean, there's a lot of costumes I kind of doubt already, to be honest. But I also doubt 17 getting costumes. But again, this is a wish list. This is a list of costumes I'm hoping to see one day. Even if it's not all of them, I'm hoping there's at least half of this list to make it into the game. Moving on to Android 18 now. Now, Android 18, like I said in the beginning of the video, she's got a variety of costumes in the game already. Mostly all her Android Saga costumes, minus her Tournament of Power tracksuit. But 2 costumes I wish they'd give her. Actually, I think Xenoverse did do one of these. It's obviously her Battle of Gods outfit, because I think the jumper and the necklace pose look really, really nice on her. And it's got like, I think it just looks the best here. She's got like a really good choice of clothes here. So I would really like to fight in these clothes again. It is a costume surprise that didn't make the cut. Of all our costumes they've picked, I'm surprised that this wasn't one of them. And one costume I wish would make a cut in any of Dragon Ball games, because I think the one game that did this might have been either Infinite World or Budokai 3. I think it might have been Infinite World actually. I think Infinite World, I hope I'm not wrong on that. I swear there was a game that gave her this costume, and it's the only game that gave her this costume. And it's such an underrated costume because I really like the sleeveless jacket on her and the white trousers. I think it looks really nice on her, because I think this is obviously in an opening. Well, this was in one of the Dragon Ball Z openings. I don't think we ever saw her wear it in the actual show or movies though. So, but again, it's still a nice costume, and I would like to see this come into the game eventually. So yeah, these are my 2 main picks for Android 18, because we've got the rest of her main outfits in the game. So give us like her more obscure outfits at least. So these are, I'd say these 2 are a bit more obscure or underrated outfits, I should say. It'd be really, really nice to see her wear these again and to pick from and fight in, because they look really cool. She has some really cool set of casual clothes. I think most of them, apart from the tracksuit's okay, but most of her casual clothes are really cool to wear. So yes, bring these 2 in, 100%. Now, moving on to Broly. Second Coming Broly, to be precise. Broly was a weird one. If there's something that they've always kept a consistency on for Broly, it was always his second appearance you got to fight in. Because in Tenkaichi 3, there was a different skin tone to Broly you got to wear, and it was meant to be referencing the colour palette that Broly had in Second Coming, because it wasn't, they went with a completely different tone colour for Broly in this movie, especially for his like regular Super Saiyan form. I think it's really, really cool to see him without the head brace, so his hair is a little bit more wild as a Super Saiyan, which I thought was really, really cool, because that is something that we did get to play as in Tenkaichi 3. So I think that there was two distinct versions of him you got to pick, which is really, really clever. And you got to see the scars on him as well on the chest. Same for Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. The hair was more yellow instead of green. The skin tone was a little bit dimmer as well, and you still got to see the scars on his chest as well. So I would like this version of Broly to come back, because I think even the Rage of Blast games did this too. They still kept these versions of Broly in later games after Tenkaichi 3. So I'm surprised. I don't know if Xenoverse did it. I don't think Xenoverse did this version of Broly, but I really hope Sparking Zero brings this back as well, because I think seeing Broly with what he looked like with as a Legendary Super Saiyan but with yellow hair was a really cool like play on it. I think like a little like what if on it in a way. So I would like to see this come back 100%. For some reason I very much doubt it, but this customization and variants of costumes really needs to be studied. So I really hope Sparking Zero has some plans for so many of these characters to get costumes and skins for. So moving on to these guys now. Turles, Lord Slug and Android 13. Not a lot of the other movie characters had like costumes to play with really. The only ones that you could probably get away with is Turles with a cape. I think he looks so badass with a cape, and is an easy accessory you can add for him. It doesn't have to cover his whole body, but just to have the scarf part, and basically it's basically similar to Piccolo's. Use Piccolo's cape, but on Turles. I think it'd be really, really cool. Same with Lord Slug. I think Lord Slug's costume would work more as an accessory, because it's more of a headpiece I'm getting rid of here. Just to see him without the headpiece would be kind of cool, because that's something we've got to see in Xenoverse as well. I don't think they did it in a previous game before, so I think Lord Slug without the headpiece would make the most sense as a costume to wear. It's the only different variant of him we could choose from really. Same with Android 13, you can have him without the hat. So those are my picks for Turles, Lord Slug and Android 13, because there's not really a lot you could work with them at least. I wanted to give them something, so that's my wish list for these three. Hirudegon, now Hirudegon might be a little bit of a tricky one, because it's technically his first form. I don't see why it can't hurt for it to be a skin for his like current form he has in the game, because he can still fight the same, he can still have the same attacks. There's not really much of a difference in his moveset, so but to have it as a skin would be really, really cool, because there's a clear difference to his looks here. So I would like to see this make it to the game for Hirudegon as well, just to give him something different as well. Because in Tenkaichi 3, it was a bit of a boring colour for him, because I think it was like it had a weird colour palette for the second option you could pick for him, like a white and purple version of him. I might be wrong there, but just to give him an actual different skin would be really, really cool, because at least his whole body is completely different looking, but he can still move and fight the same, and still has the same moveset. So, because he still has a tail here as well. So I think this would be really cool to see. Give us Hirudegon before his final form, basically. And last but not least, on the home stretch now, a bit more Dragon Ball Super characters. Again, there wasn't really a lot I could pick from here, but the obvious characters that I would personally like is Goku Black with Zamasu's outfit. I think that'd be really cool. Hit without the jacket, and Top in his like suit that he wore at some point in Dragon Ball Super when we saw him in his universe talking to someone. I think these three were the best I could pick for different outfits. Not a lot of Dragon Ball Super's characters had a lot of outfits to pick from, unless obviously you're picking Goku and Vegeta and Gohan maybe and stuff. So these three were kind of the best characters I could choose to have different costumes. I know that Zamasu's outfit would be really cool to have for Goku Black, because I know that's an outfit that I think fans do want to see. Hit without the jacket would be really cool, because for some reason he had this in the manga but not in the anime, so I would like to see him. I would like to see us make the cut for him. And suit Top, because I think he looks quite suave in the suit. I like the choice in the suit. I think there's nice contrast in it. I like the blazer, the tie and the trousers, just to give us something different for Top to wear other than the Pride Trooper outfit, or give us a battle damage version of his Pride Trooper outfit, so I think he must have had that at some point before he transformed into God of Destruction Toppo. So those are my outfits for the Dragon Ball Super characters, and with that is pretty much it for all of the characters I've chosen that I want costumes for. Sorry that this went on for a while. There was like a big list there. I wanted to put in like a lot of costumes in here, because like I said, Sparking Zero's customization of costumes and like accessories and stuff is just so lacklusting. and it really needs a big push in customization, because it just feels redundant to have that option at this point. So hopefully after the DLC has been and gone, if they haven't done it during the DLC already, hopefully the next big aim would be to give us a bit more in detail of customization, a bit more variety in costumes, not for every character, but for majority of characters that I've mentioned here, and to give us just that extra bit of option. Give us a colour wheel. Give us a colour wheel for characters that don't have a lot of costumes to work with. Give us a colour wheel for those characters that we can play around with their current costumes for. Maybe we could just for like every bit of their part of their costume. I think it'd be really cool to have I don't know. Maybe it'd be cool to have Trunks in a black jacket and white top to make from the colour wheel. I think that'd be really cool. Or give us heck, maybe if the Dragon Ball superheroes versions of Vegeta and Vegeta don't make the cut, that's what the colour wheel could be for. Play around with the colours of their costumes. I think that would be really cool. Then I can have grey and orange Vegito. Something like that I think would be a nice addition, just to make up for the rest of the other characters that we can't have costumes for. I think a play on a colour wheel for different parts of the costumes would be a really nice addition. It gives us a bit more variety to play with, and it just makes the customization have a lot more to do. So that's my wish list and hopes for the customization for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Let's hope that that's something they have planned eventually down the line after the DLC's been and gone. Guys, let me know in the comments below what you hope to see for the customization yourselves. Is there anyone here I haven't mentioned that you'd like to see costumes for as well? Is there any costumes I've missed for these characters that you would like to see as well? Let me know in the comments below, because I would like to hear your thoughts. What else do you think they should have for customization? Do you reckon it needs something as detailed as Xenoverse, or just something a bit more simpler but still has a little bit more of a variety to do with? Let me know in the comments below. Please drop a like if you have enjoyed my video on this, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future Dragon Ball discussion videos I have planned for you guys coming soon. So until then, take care guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.